First of all, well done for clicking on this video. If you think that you don't like yoga, but you've heard that maybe it's going to be good for you, then let me welcome you to this video. And let me just demystify it pretty quickly. So all yoga actually really means is connecting movements with breath to help us feel a little bit more grounded, centered, calmer, and stronger also in body and mind. So it's basically simple stretches using the breath to help us chill out a little. Now, a really nice entry point to yoga is through the practice of yin, which basically means really slow, really gentle postures, which help to get into the body using gravity and nothing else. So I'm going to take us through 3 really simple poses that anybody can do and help you feel better. You don't need any fancy equipment, just the ground. Okay, I've got a blanket here, I've got a couple of cushions. Grab those if you maybe are a little bit tight in the hips or sensitive in the knees. And let's get started. So first things first, lie down. So we can all do this. We can all lie down. But this is not as easy as it looks for some. Because if you've come from a stressful day or a busy time in your life, then simply lying on the ground is going to feel like a challenge. And so this is what we are trying to do. We're trying to train the body and the mind to take little moments of time out to restore, re-energize, relax. And then we can move back into the day, into the busy things, into the stressful things with a little bit more ease. So if it helps, you can take a couple of deep breaths here. Just becoming aware of the flow of the inhalation and the exhalation. Maybe a sigh out of the mouth. Then reach both arms back behind you. Now, if the shoulders are pretty stiff, you can just let the arms rest here on the ground or even out to the sides. If the shoulders feel okay, maybe taking hold of an opposite wrist or an opposite elbow. So the first pose we're going to do is called banana pose. And simply your body is going to take the shape of a banana. Take your left foot, bring it all the way over and cross it over your right ankle. Now already you have a bit of a banana shape there with your legs, your lower body. This might feel like enough of a stretch. If you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, shuffle your upper body over towards the right side as well. So now you're in like a full banana shape. You can close your eyes or just rest your gaze. And take a couple of nice deep breaths here. So if you've got time to do just one pose today, this posture is a good one to pick because it's really working into the whole side of the body. Lengthening the legs, the waist, space between the ribs so we can breathe a little better, armpit, shoulders. Just taking some nice deep breaths into the side of your body. And what makes this yoga is using your breath to connect. So as you breathe in, feel parts of the body start to expand like a balloon. And then as you breathe out, feel those parts of the body begin to soften and relax. Take one more breath here. And then slowly shuffle the upper body back to the center if it was to the side. Release the left leg. And you can take a stretch through the arms and then swap your grip. And then take the left leg up and over to the right side. Again, stay here with the upper body, or you can start to shuffle it over to the left. Let your head and neck relax. And then close the eyes if it feels comfortable to do so. Closing the eyes can be helpful because it starts to help us tune out of some of the senses, primarily sight. So it's a bit like closing the curtains. And then you could focus your attention a little bit more on the breath or sensations in the body. Taking a couple more nice big breaths here. And then slowly returning your upper body to the center, returning your right leg, relaxing your arms down beside you, and just take a moment here to notice how you feel. Next posture, we're going to also do lying on our backs. So begin to draw your knees in towards your body. You can give your lower back there a nice little massage. Good. And then if your hips are feeling super tight, you might want to bring a pillow from your bed or your sofa just beside your right leg. If things feel fine, then maybe you don't need that. Open the arms out again like a cactus here or a T shape if there's space. And then breathe out, let your legs come over to the right side, maybe to land on your pillow or maybe on the ground. And then you can bring your right hand onto the outside edge of your left leg. You could shuffle your upper body a little bit more to the right. And then open your gaze out to the left. Closing your eyes if that feels better. And again, just focus on your breath. I heard a really nice thing recently that made me smile. And it's this idea of cobwebs and how over time, if you leave an area unattended, a corner in the room or under the stairs, cobwebs build up pretty quick. And the longer we leave it unattended, the more cobwebs come. And then you can dust them away. But if you don't keep attending to that corner, then they come back again and again. Sometimes it can feel like you've dusted one away and then straight away you walk into it again and you think, that was so fast. And the body's the same. So using the breath here to dust away the cobwebs of the lower back, the shoulders, the chest. And then keep coming back again and again. Dusting them away. Good. Breathe into the center. If you have a cushion there, you can bring it over to the other side. And then we'll go straight onto the other side. So let the legs fall over to the left. Use that left hand to hold them in place. Open your right arm out to the right side. And again, breathing into any space that feels tight or neglected or cobwebby. Good. 2 more breaths here. And when you are ready, slowly starting to move out of this, giving yourself a little rock from side to side. And our last pose is also down here on the ground. Find yourself a wall or a chair or the sofa or a bookcase or anything that you can bring your legs up. Now again, if there's any discomfort in the lower back, then maybe you have a pillow or something beside you just to shift your hips higher. Bring yourself close to the wall or the bookcase or the shelf or whatever you're going to use, door, and then spin yourself around. Bring your legs up the wall and your arms can be out by the sides, or if you enjoyed that kind of extra opening that we did in the beginning, you can bring your hands onto your opposite elbows or anywhere you like. And now if you want a bit of a slightly stronger stretch, you can flex the feet slightly, letting the backs of the heels push against the wall. If you want to go a little gentler, let the feet relax, maybe even bend the knees a fraction. And breathe. So having our legs above the heart is very soothing for the nervous system. And what this means is when we're so busy going about our day, we're in this fight and flight sort of wing of the nervous system where we're on alert, responding, busy. And while this is all well and good and needs to happen so we can do the things we need to do in the day, by signaling to the body when it's time to rest, we activate the opposite side, the rest and digest side. And that's when things start to heal and recover and restore. And legs up the wall or the headboard or the door is a really, really useful trick. Signaling to the body that it's time to rest. So you can stay here for as long as you like. Or if you've had enough of that one, you can roll over, push yourself up, and there you have it. A simple 3-pose routine. These are yin poses, which means gravity is doing all the work. You're not really doing anything. So it's perfect if you don't really like yoga, but you would like to feel the benefits of calm, centeredness, all the good things. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for giving it a go. If you'd like some more videos like this, I'd be happy to make some, so let me know. Well done. See you next time.